Hello, viewers. Thank you for joining us here today. Today's episode is significant because International Women's Day is being celebrated. In this regard, we have a very special guest with us who I cannot wait to introduce to everyone. We have with us here today Pushpa Narayan, General Manager Information Technology at Akasa Air. Pushpa is a senior IT professional with a demonstrated history of working in the airline industry for over 2 decades. Pushpa has extensive experience in implementing and supporting core airline business applications in the area of airport services, flight operations, flight planning, operations control, cargo operations, revenue accounting, revenue management, and engineering and maintenance, among others. Prior to Akasa Air, Pushpa has been associated with SpiceJet and Jet Airways as well. Apart from the aviation industry, Pushpa also has experience in the manufacturing industries like fertilizers, chemicals, and paints. Thank you for joining us here today, Pushpa. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us today.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you, Pushpa. So, Pushpa, when women consider a career in the airline industry, right, they are mostly suggested about the hospitality and the front end part of it. However, you have really broken the glass ceiling here today in the aviation industry, and you have set an example for other women by showing that you can keep the mission critical systems and IT infrastructure running to ensure all aspects of the airline industry are functioning smoothly. So, what inspired you to pursue a career in technology, and how did you get started in the airline industry?
My dream was to work for an airline industry. Even before I started my career in the 19 this. So somehow I got this opportunity a few decades back, probably. So when I started my this in airline, I was part of the IT, and I was able to. I was always on the solutioning side. Probably I would have started my career as a programmer and all, and I moved up ahead and got into the project management and solutioning for airline, which is very interesting aspect. And it is always a kind of uh, you learn every day. It's not that you've done something and then that's it. It's an industry. Airline by industry is a learning every day. So that's why I started my career in airline in the IT and of course the support that I've been given from both the organization and the family was really great. So that's how and then of course it was challenging, the male dominated this, but I could manage to get through that.
That's great to know, Pushpa. And like you said, the airline industry is considered to be a male-dominated industry, right? I mean, we never imagined that a woman is actually the backbone of the airline industry, taking care of everything in the, in the, scenes behind. So, Pushpa, did you at all face any challenges during your career? And if you did, how did you overcome them?
If you ask me, challenges were there, but I was able to overcome that with the support that I had. And see, whether it's a male or a female dominant industry, the way you prove it yourself that you can do it, then everything gets. There's no kind of a discrepancy between a male and a female as long as they're able to prove it, which I could do that. So that's how I could manage to get through all the challenges that I was facing on this. Especially at the earlier of my career, yes, there were a lot of challenges, but after proving myself that I can do that, and it's an industry where you have to be on your toes for 24/7. It's not that just 9 to 5 kind of a thing. And we had faced a lot of challenges because the real-time system we run through, and it's kind of, you don't have a day or night kind of a this. You do work all night also, so it's all kind of these kind of challenges have been there, and I could overcome that with the kind of the way I've been working, and with the team support of in the organization, and as for family was a big support for me all through the career of mine.
That's great, Pushpa. And like you said, the airline industry is like a 24/7 job, right? And you being responsible for the IT part of it, I mean, you have to be there at all times. However, I mean, women are considered the primary caregivers. There is a certain amount of, time that we have to dedicate even to the families and things like that. So how do you maintain this sort of work-life balance? And, what are the strategies that you use here?
Okay, I do a kind of a, like any woman do that. I do a good planning so that I don't kind of, the family life doesn't get affected. And of course, certain times yes, but that's once in a while kind of a thing. But then I do that, and the family understands my role in the organization. They support me from the background, and the organization also knows that what kind of a family challenges as a woman you'll have. They also support me, so that I never felt that challenges being there. And of course, other than that, to keep a kind of a stressless life, kind of, because it is really stressful, I do get into some kind of physical activity, like kind of meditation and some kind of exercises, and I also pursue some kind of hobbies and helping out people. So that's how I keep my balance. And of course, I do take some time off to be away from work, so that helps me to regenerate myself and come back to work again.
That's great, Pushpa, and I'm sure our audience will also be able to apply some of the things that you just mentioned, right? So, Pushpa, you are really hands-on on technology, right? Let's come. I mean, you're a Stanford graduate, so you really know technology, and you really know the airlines industry also. So, how is what is the role played by technology in the airlines today? How is it changing the industry really?
The change is what I could see earlier of my career and what is now in Akasa. It's a big, there's a big leap of changes which has been happening, because you need to be on a real-time basis with the systems, and especially with the certain of real-time, plus all the systems should talk to each other. That's a more challenging thing, because nothing can work in silo. In the current technology world, where you have internet and you have all other social media, everything is part of this. So the kind of this what I see now is, how do we as an airline integrate all the systems internally, all the solutions, and provide a real-time information to the internal stakeholders and also the external stakeholders. That's what is a challenge now, and of course we are able to overcome that with the technology available.
Okay, that's great, Pushpa. So, what are the opportunities that you foresee for women, when this field is concerned, when this aspect is concerned?
There are lots of opportunities, and I can see a lot of women coming into this field, IT, and I have a lot of team members who are part of both on the development side and also on the infra, which was considered to be something which is male dominated. We are just, and being in Akasa, there's no kind of we want all. It's not a male dominated or something. This equality is being given, so equal opportunity is given to everybody here in Akasa. So I enjoy the working culture here, and my team members also are enjoying the same.
That's heartening to hear that Akasa is supporting women like this. I mean, it's absolutely fabulous. It's really nice to listen to that an organization respects a woman's family life as much as it respects its career. Okay, that's great to know. So Pushpa, you've been here for so long now, and you made it to the leadership level. So according to you, what skills and qualities are most important for success in the airline industry, particularly for women in leadership roles?
You need to be I'll say really up to date with whatever technology is happening, and you should have the kind of perseverance and patience to run through if any challenges that you face. You just cannot just get over it, but you have to work on it and then get it done. That's a more challenging thing, because we do face challenges on a daily basis. There's nothing like that. Okay, the solutions are implemented and everything is working smooth. It is never like that. Every day has got a challenge, so you need to know how do we overcome that and ensure that smooth running of the airline. That's a kind of that we need to do. So which we as a solution architect, I'm able to do that. It's a challenge, but we are able to resolve it.
The best part, Pushpa, is that you are already aware of the kind of challenges that women go through. So how do you foster sort of a culture of innovation and creativity within your team, and how do you encourage diverse perspectives and ideas?
This is basically based on the team participation. We have a regular internal kind of I'll say it's not a meeting, it's kind of a discussions we have, and we ensure that everybody's ideas are taken in and everybody work as a team, and we support each other on each of these areas, each of their areas. And we also work in such a way that anybody have any challenges, the other team members pitch into that and then get that sorted out, so that we have a continuous smooth running of the systems.
That's great, Pushpa. And, you've been in the industry for over 2 decades now. You've already accomplished so much. And, you are really a humble person. I mean, I can say that. But however, is there any one particular, accomplishment that you're really proud of? And, what really motivates you to keep going in this industry?
Okay. The accomplishment you're talking of, I probably will talk about the recent one in Akasa, because this is kind of a startup airline, and always have been in the area where it has already been running. I'll only have to kind of take up something new or continue with whatever existing. But whereas in Akasa, when I was given this opportunity, it was something kind of a greenfield, completely open for me, and in a short span of time, we had to really make this system up and running, automated, and uh, we were able to achieve that with a kind of a support from the leadership team internally. And in such a short span of time, we were able to implement a lot of solutions and systems in the airline, which is really a good, I'll say, great work that we have done in that area. And this was really challenging, because in a span of say 6 to 8 months, we had to accomplish certain things which for us to start running. And from day one, we have all the relevant solutions available for the airline to run it in a smooth kind of without any kind of hindrances. We were able to run this airline from day one in a completely automated way, be it on the booking, on the operational side, be it on the front end, ticketing and booking. Everything was automated from day one, so that we were able to achieve what we want to do in such a short span of time. That was a great challenge, and I was able to accomplish that along with the team members and the leadership team.
That is quite an accomplishment, Pushpa. I mean, congratulations to you on that, considering that airlines is a complicated industry, and there are already like huge players already in the industry. Considering that, and you've been able to achieve this, is really great. So, Pushpa, it was really wonderful listening to you, to be honest. I'm sure even our audience, will be very happy to hear everything that you had to say. Suppose there's a girl who's watching your interview today and she's considering a career in the airline industry. What is the advice that you have to give for her?
I will tell her to come and join the airline, and there are wide areas, a lot of areas where she can, whatever she wants to do, she can do it. Like, need not be only on the customer facing front. It can be on the back end, like IT. She can work on that. There's no kind of there's a dearth of work over there, and the knowledge she can also. There's a lot of knowledge can be learned. There are a lot of things can be learned out of this airline industry, and it's always ongoing. It never stops. Each day is a new learning for us.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
No, that's right.
Thank you so much, Pushpa. It was absolutely wonderful listening to you, and I must say, women like you are an inspiration to me any day. Thank you so much, and I'm sure our audience will also feel about this after this interview. Yeah, it was a pleasure talking to you, Pushpa. Thank you.
Thank you.